Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, and welcome if you're new. I'm Josephine. So in this video I'll be showing you how to make this mini gown. So if you like to know how I made this gown, watch this video to the end. Thank you. So this is my pattern paper. I'll be cutting the front pattern first before cutting the back. So on my pattern paper, I will mark 1/2 inch at the upper part. That will be my starting line. I'll mark 1/2 inch, then I'll rule a straight line across it. So from that 1/2 inch, I'll start taking my horizontal measurement. From my shoulder to my upper bust, I'm using 7 inch. So on my tape, I'm going to minus 7 inch before taking the measurement. You see me placing 7 on that 1/2 inch, that's on my tape. That is minusing the 7. That is why I placed the 7 inch on that 1/2 inch before taking my measurement. So for this, you'll be taking your bust point measurement, your under bust, your waist, and your hip. For the hip measurement, from your waist just go down by 5 or 6 inches. So that is what I did. From my waist, I marked down 6 inches. That will be your hip line, where the upper part is going to stop. I did the marking on the other side, so I'm going to go ahead now and connect them with a straight ruler. Let's go ahead and label. This is our bust point, under bust, waist, and the hip line. After that, I'll go ahead and mark my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Mine is 5, so I'll go ahead and mark it on the starting line and at the hip line. Then I'll connect it to the straight ruler. After that, we'll go ahead and start inserting our body measurement. For this particular dress, I'll be taking my front body first before marking my back body. So for the front, for me, I'll be dividing my bust by 2 plus 1.5. You understand? If you're not that busty, you just add 1 inch. But me, because I'm busty, I'll be dividing my bust measurement, my round bust measurement by 2 plus 1.5. After you get it, then you divide it by 2. That is the measurement you're going to be inserting on your bust line. You also do the same thing on your waist. You divide your waist by 2, your round waist by 2 plus 0.5 inches. Then on the hip line, you just divide your hip by 4 and mark it there. After marking, you connect them with a straight ruler. After connecting together, I'll go ahead and mark the same measurement I took at the starting line. That's my bust measurement. I'm going to mark that same measurement on the hip line. Then I'll connect them on a straight line. So let's go ahead and start marking our dart. On my bust point line, I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch. On my waistline, we'll check the allowance we have, then that is what we'll be using for our dart. So mine is 2 inches, so I'm dividing it by 2. I'll mark 1 inch inward and 1 inch outward, then I'll connect it to that 1/2 inch I came down by the nipple on the nipple line. After doing that, I'll check the allowance I have on my hip line, and I'll also mark it and connect it to my waist. So on the upper bust line, right, we are going to be taking our upper bust measurement divided by 4. We'll mark it there. Then we'll use the remaining for our dart. So you check how many is the excess, then you mark it, divide it by 2 and mark it on that line. From my bust point, I'm going to be marking upward 1/2 inch. Then we'll connect from our upper bust to that 1/2 inch. So on our under bust line, you're going to be taking the measurement of the excess you have, then you minus it from the dart you took from on the under bust. I have excess of 1/2 inch, so I'm going to be dividing it by 2. Then I'll mark it. After marking it, I'll connect it on a straight line to my waist dart. So after doing that, right now we'll go ahead and mark our curve. Just watch the way I place it from that 1/4 inch. Make sure it's touching the upper bust line. So you do the same thing to that other side. After that, we'll go ahead, add our 1 inch allowance, then we'll cut it out. This is it after cutting it out. I'll use my chalk to indicate with an arrow that I'll be adding 1/2 inch for joining. So right now we are going to go ahead to cut our back pattern. So I'm marking 1 inch right now for my zipper allowance. After that, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch as at the upper part for my starting line. After that, we'll go ahead and start marking our horizontal measurement. This is when I realized I didn't really cut out my bust dart for my front pattern, so I'll do that later, because the difference between my back waist and my front waist is 2 inches. So for my front waist I used 18, and for this back waist I'll be using 16 inches. After marking, I'll connect it with a straight ruler. So after that, I'll go ahead and start marking my body measurement. Then for this back, you remember the front, we divided our round bust measurement by 2 plus 1.5. That's my round bust measurement is 44, plus divided by 2 is 22, plus 1.5 is 23.5. So for this back, you are going to be minusing your round bust measurement. That's 44 minus 23.5. Then the answer you get, which is 20.5, you divide it by 2. That is what you've been inserting on the bust measurement. You do the same thing to the waist also, but I'll be writing it down for you guys so that you can understand it easily. When inserting your measurement, start marking it from that 1 inch we marked for our zipper allowance, and also on my hip line, insert your hip divided by 4. After that, you connect them together. Just the way we did on our front pattern. Remember, we marked our bust measurement on our hip line, then we connect it on a straight line. Then for this back pattern right now, we are going to be marking our hip measurement on our bust line, because the hip measurement is bigger than the bust measurement, so that we can use it for our bust dart. That's for the upper part. After doing that, so you just, the way we did at the front, check the excess, mark it, use it as your dart. That is what we'll be doing here. Go ahead and mark our 1 inch allowance, then we'll connect it on a straight line. Then we'll go ahead and work on our zipper. So for the zipper parts on my waist, I'll be going inward by 1 inch. My waist is very deep. The back waist is very deep. If yours is not that deep, you just go in by half an inch. So I'll be going inward by 1 inch. Then I'll connect it to that 1 inch line I marked earlier, just the way I'm showing you. So on my waist again, on that 1 inch line I marked earlier for my zipper, I'm going to connect it like so. After doing that, go ahead and cut it out. This is me indicating where I'm going to be adding half an inch allowance for joining. I also go ahead and cut it on my fabric. Make sure you cut 2 pieces of each on your fabric. I'll do that and bring it back for us to see. So this is my front pattern. Remember I told you I forgot to cut my bust dart out. So on my bust point line, I'm going to be going up by 2 inches. After marking the 2 inch, I'm going to connect it to the bust line. So after connecting it, I'm going to cut on that line I just marked now. After cutting it like so, I'm going to bend it towards the bust point line. And I'll use my sellotape to hold it together. After doing that, you notice that the lines are no longer equal. So just place a piece of paper under, sellotape it together. Then you use your ruler to connect from the upper bust. That's the starting line to the hip line. Connect it on a straight line. After that, you cut it out. This is me indicating where I'm going to be adding my 1/2 inch joining allowance. After that, I'll go ahead and cut it on my fabric. For the center front, I'll be cutting it on fold, while for the side front, I'll be cutting 2 pieces of it, just the way I'm going to be cutting the back. So for this entire dress, I used 3 yards of crepe fabric. Please use a thick fabric. Mine is not thick. So this is it after cutting. I cut on my fabric and also on my lining. So right now, this is my center front. I'm going to be placing the 2 side fronts. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew 1/2 inch, just the way I'm showing you. I'll also do the same thing to the lining. This is my side back. I'm just indicating where I'm going to be joining with my center back. So please use a chalk or a marker, anything to indicate, so that you know where you're going to be joining together. After that, I'm going to bring one side of the center back and one side of the side back. Then I'll place it on each other, take it to my sewing machine, and I'll sew 1/2 inch. And I'll do the same thing to the other side of the back. And I'll also do the same thing to the lining. I'll sew all, then I'll bring it back for us to see. This is it after joining the center front and the two side fronts. And this is the back. I also went ahead to do the same thing on the lining. I'll go ahead and place the back piece on the front piece. Then I'll join them together by 1 inch. Remember we added 1 inch allowance. I'll take it to my sewing machine. I'll join them together by 1 inch. Then I'll bring it back for us to see. I'll also do the same thing to the lining. So this is it after joining them together. I also did the same thing to the lining. So right now I'm going to be placing the lining right side facing right side of the fabric. I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew from the waist side by 1/2 inch to the upper part, then to the other side like so. After sewing that, I'll turn it inward, iron it, then sew the lower part. So I've gone ahead to attach both the lining and the main fabric together. So this is it. So right now we'll go ahead and cut the lower part. This is the down part of my dress. To get your measurement, that's to get the down part, you take your full measurement, then you minus the upper body from it. The remaining you use it for the down part. For this, you can see I iron estate to my fabric because it's not thick. Make sure you get a thicker fabric, please. And it's two. I cut out two, so I'm going to be attaching it at the side by 1/2 inch. I'll do that, then I'll also line it. After lining it, I'll bring it back for us to see. So I've gone ahead to join them together and also to line it. You can see my lining is not enough. Please, I'm using this for a tutorial. If you want to make yours, it's either you get a thicker fabric or you make sure everything is complete, your lining is complete. So what we are going to be doing now is to get the upper body. You fold it into two, then you cut out, that's you cut the midpoint. You can notch it. So that's what I'm doing. After folding it into two, to get the midpoint, I'm going to be notching it. So after doing that, I'm going to be bringing the lower part of the dress. You see that place we joined together, I'm going to be placing it on that notch area. Then I'll go ahead and secure it with a pin. So after securing it, please watch because this place is so tricky. You see the front dart, that is where I'm going to be folding it on. So I just showed you now. This is the dart. So I'm going to fold it like so. Just watch the way I fold it. After pinning it, you turn it to the front. If it's properly pinned, you check if it's okay. You do the same thing to the back dart. I'll do that, take it to my sewing machine, sew it and bring it for us to see. So this is it after joining the upper part. That's after pinning down both the front and the back darts. I took it to my sewing machine and I sew with 1/2 inch. You can see it. So right now I'm going to fold it into 2. Then I'll take my measurement. That's my upper bust measurement, my waist, my under bust. Then I'll just mark it where I marked those measurements. That's after taking the measurement where I marked with chalk. That is the same place I'm going to be inserting my zip. After taking your measurements, you mark it, then you turn it to the front, fold it into 2 and also mark that same measurement. That's your upper bust measurement, your waist. Then from your hip, you just mark 1 inch. Remember, it was 1 inch we left for the zipper allowance. You just mark 1 inch downward, turn it to the front, mark the same measurement. I'll take it to my sewing machine, attach the zip and bring it back for us to see. This is it after attaching my zip. Our dress is fully ready. If you watch this video up to this part, thank you so much to my returning subscribers. I love you guys so much. If you're just coming across this video for the first time, please subscribe, like and share so that we can be family. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.